After 30 years as a housewife, her husband drops a bombshell at his retirement party. He wants to split all finances 50-50. He smugly tells her that after providing for her for 3 decades, it's time for her to finally learn to be independent. But she knows the disgusting truth. He wants to use his retirement money to pay off his gambling brother's debts and fund his toxic mother. The scumbag husband is certain she can't survive without him, so he tries to humiliate her in front of their family. He expects her to beg and plead, but her response shocks everyone. She calmly agrees to his terms without any hesitation. What he forgot is her secret rental income from 2 buildings. She has been funding his lifestyle for years. To trap him, in his own words, she proposes recording the entire agreement on video, making it legally binding evidence. She confirms the 50-50 split for all house expenses, with each paying half. Then she delivers the fatal blow. No using shared funds for their original families. The husband suddenly panics and tries to backtrack, claiming he was only joking. But with everyone watching, it is far too late to escape. Forced to agree on camera, the husband finally caves. She immediately blasts the video evidence to the entire family. The trap is officially set. The next day, he presents a detailed spreadsheet of their shared expenses, demanding she pay her half to the penny. He meticulously calculated every financial cost, but completely forgot to account for one thing: her unpaid labor as a housewife. She agrees to his petty plan, but secretly vows to live for herself now. To avoid drama, she suggests they take turns buying their own groceries weekly. The clueless husband sits down for breakfast, expecting to be served. But she coldly informs him that cooking is no longer free. She tells him he can have a bowl of her porridge for breakfast, but it will cost him $5. The man absolutely explodes with rage. She calmly reminds him he wanted her to be independent. Now she is calculating the value of her labor. For 30 years, she cooked only what her husband and son liked. Now she is finally free to choose for herself. After preparing the meal, her husband rushed into the kitchen to eat, only to find that she had only cooked for one person. Now it was his turn to go hungry. He tries to steal her food, but she stops him dead in his tracks. Her food is her private property now. The husband is reduced to eating greasy takeout every day. Meanwhile, the house becomes a pigsty as no one is cleaning it. He demands she clean the house. She tells him to hire a maid or do it himself for a fee. Just then, his toxic mother barges in, demanding a huge sum of money. But in a twist of instant karma, he already gave his last salary to his gambling brother. Now he is completely broke. Without any shame, the husband immediately demands that his wife hand over all her personal savings. She coolly reminds him of their video agreement. His family's financial problems are his and his alone to solve. Then she delivers the final savage blow. She will lend him the money if he signs a legal contract and pays bank interest. She throws his own words back in his face. He taught her to be an independent woman. Now he needs to be an independent man. Too proud to borrow from friends, he is completely trapped by his own stupid plan. Unable to solve it, he calls their son, manipulating him to pressure his own mother for the money. The brainwashed son calls her selfish for not helping his uncle. He claims she is tearing the family apart. She tells him his father is an adult who must be responsible for his choices. The battle lines are drawn. Her husband has his entire toxic family on his side, but she stands alone, ready to fight for her freedom. After 30 years of devotion, her toxic mother-in-law calls her a worthless freeloader in the family group chat, all because she refused to give them money. A moment later, her husband storms in, demanding the property deed to their only home, refusing to give any explanation. Sensing something is wrong, she confronts him, demanding to know why he needs the deed to their only home. He's forced to admit he wants to mortgage their house to pay off his deadbeat brother's gambling debts. She refuses to let him throw away their life savings to bail out his toxic brother's endless cycle of failure. She draws a line in the sand, declaring she won't pay for his family's mistakes, and the house is off limits. He explodes with rage, threatening her and telling her she has no choice in the matter. Even her own son sides with his father, begging her to just give in and stop causing trouble. He reveals loan sharks are threatening violence if the massive debt isn't paid immediately. When she still refuses, her son coldly accuses her of tearing the family apart with her selfishness. She makes it clear this is her bottom line. She will not sacrifice their home for a gambling addict. Her son delivers the ultimate betrayal, calling her worse than a dog to her face. Days later, the debt collectors show up, humiliating the family in front of the entire neighborhood. The public shame sends the husband into a blind rage. He blames her for his brother's screw-ups. He gets physical, trying to wrestle the property deed from her, but she threatens to call the police. He issues a brutal ultimatum: either hand over the money, or he'll divorce her and throw her out with nothing. To his complete shock, she calmly agrees. Fine, let's get a divorce right now. She adds that she will never leave with nothing, and will fight in court for every single penny she deserves. A moment later, her son and daughter-in-law show up, not to support her, but to call her old and stubborn. They mock her, asking if she plans to sleep on the streets since she has no job. Her daughter-in-law even tells her to go back and apologize to his father before it's too late. Her decision is final. She tells her shocked children that they don't need to worry about her future after the divorce. She walks into a real estate agency, not to buy but to sell a property. She pulls out a massive stack of property deeds, leaving the real estate agent completely speechless. She secretly owns dozens of properties, including 2 entire apartment buildings, from a massive inheritance. By selling just 1 apartment, she can finally live a life of luxury and complete freedom. Meanwhile, back home, her husband and son sit in their own filth, now that she's not there to clean. They laugh, cruelly convinced she will come crawling back, thinking she is completely broke and helpless. The scumbag husband declares he will teach her a lesson so she knows who is the master. Her own son fully supports the plan to crush her spirit, promising his father he will stand with him. His final evil move is to call the loan sharks and send them directly after his wife. Loan sharks violently corner a helpless woman on the street. They were sent by her own brother-in-law to collect his massive gambling debt. Just as the thugs are about to attack, a mysterious CEO appears. He bravely steps in to protect the terrified woman from her aggressors. The loan sharks mock the CEO for trying to be a hero. The vicious thugs prepare to teach this so-called savior a brutal lesson. Just as he was about to attack the CEO, the loan shark was swiftly subdued by the CEO's driver. After saving her, the kind CEO offers his help and gives her his business card. He senses she is in much deeper trouble than it appears. Instead of asking if she is okay, her ungrateful son calls and yells at her. He accuses her of running away like a child. The CEO grabs the phone and scolds the son. He reminds him that his mother was just attacked and nearly abducted. Hearing the CEO's voice, her son instantly makes a disgusting accusation. He suggests she is having an affair and wants a divorce for another man. Fed up with the disrespect, the woman declares war. She tells her son she is not only divorcing but taking half of the family fortune. Her toxic husband hears the news and loses his mind. He decides to orchestrate a fake suicide attempt to publicly shame his wife into submission. The father makes his son send a fake emergency text claiming he's about to lose his life. When she arrives, the son puts on a dramatic performance. He bangs on the door, pretending his father has locked himself inside to end his life. Seeing through the pathetic act, the woman grabs a hammer. She smashes the door open herself, exposing their ridiculous scheme. The husband stands on the balcony playing the victim. He yells to the gathering crowd that his cruel wife is driving him to his death. He theatrically blames his wife for wanting to split their assets. The family joins in on the performance, trying to guilt-trip her in public. The toxic mother-in-law shames her for not being a stay-at-home slave. She claims the wife lived off her son for 30 years. Even the neighbors chime in, telling her to give up. They care more about their property values than the injustice she is facing. But the wife is done playing games. She pulls out her phone and dares him to jump in a savage power move. She threatens to post the video in his work group. Everyone will see how he fakes suicide to pay for his gambler brother's debts. Completely defeated, the husband sits down in shame. His entire plan has backfired spectacularly. The wife exposes him, completely revealing his plan to use loan sharks and his scheme to frame her as a villain to avoid splitting assets. She gives him a final ultimatum: meet her at the Civil Affairs office tomorrow, or she will sue for divorce, using the video as evidence. She lays out the terms: sell the house and split it evenly. But the greedy family immediately rejects this, thinking they can still bully her into surrendering. The husband makes a pathetic final offer. He says he won't divorce her if she hands over all her rental income and serves him like a slave. Then the wife makes a shocking announcement that silences everyone. She will leave with nothing just to be free. The greedy family can't believe their luck. They eagerly agree, making her promise not to go back on her word, leaving her penniless. Her son cruelly mocks her, saying he never needed her. He claims his success, his house, and his career were all thanks to his father. Before leaving, the wife gives her daughter-in-law a cryptic warning. She tells her to take care of herself, hinting at future troubles. The moment she leaves, the husband and his mother celebrate. They are overjoyed to have kept all the money and gotten rid of her. The husband arrogantly predicts his ex-wife will be destitute. He thinks her tiny rental income is all she has left in the world. But as the toxic family celebrates their supposed victory, they are oblivious. Instant karma is coming for them, and their downfall is about to begin. The cruel mother-in-law tells her grandson to check his own mother's bags for stolen goods. She throws open her suitcase, inviting them to inspect it, stating she hasn't taken a single thing. Her arrogant son gives her one final chance to come back, but only if she begs his father for forgiveness. The scumbag husband is convinced she's just putting on a show and will never actually leave her comfortable life. She tells the scumbag husband she is gone for good and will never come back, then calmly reminds him to sign the divorce papers tomorrow. Then she left without looking back. The taxi driver is stunned when she names her destination a neighborhood for the super rich. She smiles to herself, knowing she owns multiple properties here, and is finally ready to enjoy her life of secret luxury. She enters her enormous modern penthouse, finally free from her toxic family, after decades of hiding her immense wealth. The next day, her ex-husband's jaw drops when she arrives at the courthouse, looking like a glamorous celebrity. After the two receive their divorce certificates, staring at the divorce papers, the husband is in shock. He can't believe she had the courage to leave. After the divorce, the ex-husband plans to visit a real estate agency, intending to mortgage a property for quick cash. Meanwhile, a real estate agent informs the millionaire wife, a VIP buyer, wants to see her massive 200 square meter penthouse immediately. She realizes in a panic that she accidentally brought the deed for the house she already gifted to her son. Just then, her ex-husband walks in with his brother and starts mocking her for being at a real estate agency. Her wicked ex-mother-in-law sneers at her, assuming she is now so broke she must sell her parents' tiny 30 square meter apartment. She tells the agent to help her ex-husband first, savagely revealing his family is desperate for cash to repay dangerous loan sharks. After she leaves, the furious ex-husband tells his family his wicked plan. He will send his mother to follow her, vowing to ruin her, and make sure she can't keep any money from the sale. Later at a cafe, she meets a charming gentleman, and is stunned to realize he is not only the man who rescued her before, but also the mysterious VIP buyer. He explains he just returned from abroad, and was disappointed when the owner suddenly pulled the listing. They both share a laugh, realizing the unbelievable coincidence that she is the mysterious owner of the penthouse. She offers to show him her other available properties, and invites him to dinner as a thank you. But as they are about to leave for dinner, her wicked ex-mother-in-law ambushes them, blocking their way and unleashing a storm of vicious insults. She publicly accuses the wife of being a heartless monster who stole her son's entire life savings. She pulls out the divorce papers as proof. It's written in black and white that she left with absolutely nothing. She didn't take a single penny from her son. The old woman then dramatically throws herself onto the ground, pretending the couple assaulted her. But savvy onlookers immediately call out her pathetic act, offering to show police video proof of her fraud. Defeated, the mother-in-law changes tactics, accusing the wife of cheating with this mysterious man. The wife finally snaps, threatening to leak a video of the scumbag husband faking a suicide attempt. Just as she delivers her warning, building security arrives to physically remove the trespassing old woman. The wicked ex-mother-in-law breaks free from the guard's grip. She screams that her grandson is a resident here. At that exact moment, her own son appears and is shocked to see his mother with a man. Completely brainwashed by his toxic family, he accuses his own mother of being a cheater and betraying them all. Accusing her of hitting her grandson, the toxic ex-mother-in-law attacks. But the ex-wife's friend intervened and stopped the wicked former mother-in-law. Her son viciously attacks her. He says she let a stranger attack his grandma, calling her shameless. Heartbroken, the mother reminds him of her many sacrifices, hoping to spark some gratitude. Her son brutally dismisses her sacrifices, saying her care is worthless next to dad's income. He then calls her a kept woman, finding another man to support her. Upon hearing this, the mother shed heartbroken tears. Her ally steps in to explain the situation. He calmly states he is there to purchase property from her. Her ungrateful son boasts about the apartment his dad bought. He calls her years of hard work worthless. The mother is devastated. Her decades of devotion are seen as worthless by her own son. Then the son delivers the final blow. He says, since the divorce, he doesn't welcome her in his home. Actually, his mother bought the house for him. She fears they will squat in the house, but the wealthy investor gives a chilling promise. He can handle anything because no one dares to occupy his assets. Fueled by betrayal, the mother makes a savage choice. She decides to take back everything. Her ultimate payback is simple and brutal. She will sell the massive apartment from under him and leave him homeless. The mysterious investor doesn't hesitate. He buys the massive property on the spot with full cash. Meanwhile, instant karma is brewing. The ex-husband's degenerate brother secretly mortgaged the ex-husband's house to a loan shark. Just then, the ex-husband's brother spots his ex-sister-in-law with her new friend. He snaps a photo, ready to slander her to the family. At her ex-husband's house, the ex-husband already regrets his choices. He complains his mom's awful cooking can't match his ex-wife's. Suddenly, loan shark collectors storm the house. The loan shark leader holds up a contract. He declares that the house now belongs to his company. He argues it's just a mortgage, and they have no right to evict. But the loan shark reveals the payment is 3 days late, forcing an immediate and brutal eviction. After being kicked out, he went to his son's house. The ex-husband confronts his gambler brother. He learns the idiot mortgaged their $3 million home for only $1.5 million. It worsens. He admits paying a $500K debt and investing the last $1 million on a guaranteed win. While her toxic family implodes, the mother is thriving. She is enjoying the simple freedom of shopping for herself. For the first time in decades, she is no longer just a wife or a mother. She is finally herself again. Her friend has a brilliant idea: attend a top lecture and show everyone her true self. At an investment seminar, she is stunned. The lecturer is the same wealthy investor who bought her apartment, a Wall Street legend. Her friend reminds her she was once a stock market goddess before she gave up her dreams for her family. As he lectures, she diligently takes notes. Impressed by her detailed insights, the investor makes a surprising move, inviting her to share on stage. On stage, she rediscovers her old self, speaking with a confidence and expertise that captivates the entire room. After 30 years of being silenced, she has finally found her voice again, and it feels incredible. The investor is so impressed he offers her a permanent lecturing position, acknowledging her hard-won experience. Meanwhile, the now homeless toxic family has a new plan. They decide to move into the son's luxury apartment. The gambler uncle arrives and claims the huge house for his entire freeloader family. The toxic father-in-law immediately orders the wife to prepare rooms for everyone, treating her like a hotel maid. As the wife starts to complain, her husband shuts her down, saying his father bought the house. The father demands the master bedroom for his rheumatism, the grandmother wants a balcony, and the uncle also claims a large room. Relegated to the study before she can even tidy up, the toxic father orders her to cook a feast to test her skills. Meanwhile, the son's mother, the toxic husband's ex-wife, and the house's true owner, is on the phone finalizing her payback. The new owner will arrive with lawyers and bodyguards to personally evict her ungrateful son. The uncle's girlfriend berates the wife for a late breakfast, but the wife claps back, accusing her of being a messy freeloader who doesn't help with chores. When the wife fights back, the uncle threatens to hit her for disrespecting his woman in their nephew's house. Her husband sides with them, claiming his own mother was much better at handling all household chores. He then placates her with empty promises of a luxury trip to Bali and an expensive designer bag. After his wife leaves to cook, his grandmother questions the expensive gift. He admits it's all a disgusting trick to keep their free maid from leaving. The humiliation intensifies while she's cleaning the bathroom. The toxic father-in-law disgustingly spits directly onto her hand. As she tries to wipe the spit, the husband's toxic family scolds her for making a fuss about it. The toxic grandmother relentlessly criticizes her cooking, saying it's nothing compared to what her former daughter-in-law made. Fed up, she rebels by ordering takeout. The toxic father-in-law immediately interrogates her on the fish's price, but she evasively deflects his question. The father-in-law then tells his son to tighten control, demanding she keep a ledger for every penny spent. She protests that she earns her own money and won't track it. The toxic father-in-law threatens to quit her job for her and make her a housewife. That's the last straw. She erupts, screaming that she is done serving these entitled parasites. In a fit of pure rage, she threw all the food on the table onto the floor, leaving them with nothing to eat. She angrily tells her husband she now understands why his mother left their family. Her spineless husband explodes, defending his father and blaming her for being ungrateful. He threatens divorce, dangling the LV bag as bait, but she calls his bluff and accepts immediately. The toxic father tries to shame her, saying no one wants a divorced woman, but she savagely reminds him he's divorced too. She tells him to reflect on himself and walks out the door, leaving the entire toxic family stunned. But karma hits instantly. The son needs back the money he lent his uncle for gambling debts and tells his father to go collect it. Meanwhile, the mastermind mom is preparing the final stage of her ultimate payback. It's time to take back her house. Her friend reveals the shocking truth. The ex-husband's house was seized by loan sharks, which is why they are all freeloading in her property. Her son sees her with cleaning tools and assumes she took a job as a cleaner, a job he finds utterly shameful. His furious mother declares he learned none of the value she taught him. Everything he owns was a gift from her, and now she's taking it all back. She walks into her own home only to find it has been turned into a complete pigsty. Instead of apologizing, her toxic son just points and orders his own mother to start cleaning their disgusting filth immediately. Ignoring his demand, she tells her son to take his shameless father and get out immediately. Her son claims the house is his and accuses her of plotting to move back in after the divorce. He then says she should be grateful to his father for providing everything. Just then, the toxic mother-in-law returns. The woman orders their entire family to pack up and leave her property. The shameless grandmother creates a huge scene, accusing the woman of trying to steal their family home. She gives the entire family a final ultimatum to get out of her house immediately, but the family scoffs at her threat, believing she's a failed nobody. Her ex-husband even threatens to call the police on her for trespassing in what he claims is his home. She dares them to call the cops. They desperately insist the house is theirs, but she calmly reveals why they will never be able to find the property deed. She drops a bombshell, revealing their pathetic income could never afford this luxury apartment or their expensive education. Just then, a professional cleaner arrives to start the job. The protagonist acts as the boss, telling the cleaner to handle upstairs, while she takes care of the trash downstairs herself. The family mocks her hysterically, thinking she is just a broke cleaner gone insane. Her son delivers the final betrayal, declaring this is the last time he will ever call her his mother. She then asks her friend to start recording. She wants permanent video evidence of her son's ultimate betrayal. She coldly accepts his decision, stating that from now on, whether they get sick or beg on the streets is irrelevant to her. The arrogant son seals his fate, calling his own mother insane and saying the family is better off without her. At this time, the tycoon who bought the house arrives, apologizing for being late. She says he isn't late, and she's just taking out the trash, pointing at her shocked family. The tycoon reveals this is his new house and orders the squatters out immediately. Then he pulls out the official property deed with his name on it, leaving the entire family speechless. But the delusional grandmother refuses to accept reality, screaming that the documents must be fake. The tycoon's assistant threatens to sue them into oblivion and expose all their dirty secrets if they refuse to leave. Completely defeated, and with no other option, the toxic family finally begins to pack their things and prepare to leave the property for good. Seeing the tycoon's wealth, the toxic grandmother orders her grandson to immediately go and beg his mother for money. But it's too late. The tycoon's lawyer presents the son with the official disownment papers. Sign them or get sued for harassment. Defeated, the son signs the papers, cursing that his mother will die alone, while he becomes a huge success. Now homeless and broke, the father demands that his brother return the family's life savings which he borrowed. But the shady uncle reveals all the cash is locked in a sketchy investment that has doubled but cannot be withdrawn. The business-savvy son instantly recognizes the scam. It is a high-risk private fund, basically a gambling scheme. He suddenly recalls his mother loved stocks, but his father always mocked her interest in finance, telling her to just go cook. The son says his mother also trades stocks. The uncle's girlfriend and his father just laugh, saying she could never afford a mansion from her investments. The uncle's predatory girlfriend then preys on the desperate nephew, luring him into the exact same financial trap with promises of instant wealth. The son agrees to invest $50,000, but his uncle immediately shames him for his tiny savings account, pressuring him to invest every last penny he has. The foolish son takes the bait, agreeing to borrow $100,000 more. He vows his mother will regret her actions, unaware he's about to lose everything. Ultimate payback. A tycoon hands her a one-way ticket to America, a bold marriage proposal to escape her past life forever. After returning home, she explains her rejection to her friend. After 30 long years of thankless marriage, she is finally choosing herself. Recounting the date, she tells her friend his insane counter: offer a life of total luxury with dozens of maids. He tells her the offer for a new life will never expire, leaving the choice in her hands. Meanwhile, her toxic old family faces instant karma as loan sharks show up and violently attack the grandmother. The thugs demand they pay the loan for the gambler uncle, threatening to dismember him if they fail to pay up. With his mother hospitalized, the ex-husband confronts his brother, who admits to a crippling $1.5 million debt. He tries calling his girlfriend for the money, but her number is disconnected. She has vanished. The devastating truth hits him. His girlfriend was a scammer who ran off with every cent he had. Upon hearing this, the ex-husband completely breaks down. He and his son have lost their entire savings and their home. They had nothing left. Just then, the daughter-in-law shows the son a viral video on her phone. The person in it leaves them speechless. It's the woman they kicked out, his disowned mother, now hailed as the city's #1 real estate queen. Their ex-daughter-in-law mocks them for treating a secret multi-millionaire like a slave while they now are homeless. The son is enraged, realizing she could have saved them at any time but chose to watch them suffer. He immediately finds his mother and begs for her forgiveness, precisely because he now knows she is extremely rich. But she coldly reminds him that they have already severed their mother-son relationship. It is too late. Suddenly, the scumbag uncle storms in, screaming that she ruined his life, and lunges at her with a weapon. Shockingly, the son stepped forward and stood in front of his mother, protecting her from the attack of the vicious uncle. He wakes up in the hospital expecting his mother, but his father reveals she never even showed up. On the phone, she calmly informs him she has paid his medical bills and hired a top lawyer for his attacker. He explodes with anger, trying to guilt-trip her, saying he almost died for her, but she remains unmoved. Then she drops the final bombshell, revealing she knows his heroic act was a complete fraud. She found security footage of him and the uncle plotting the entire attack together outside the building. This was his final betrayal. She tells him to never contact her again and hangs up for good. He realizes his own mother saw through his toxic schemes, and that he has lost her forever. Finally, free from her parasitic family, she decides to start her global tour. First stop, New York City. This concludes the story. Thank you for watching.